From our congressional correspondent, Rachel Scott. So we know this will go back to the states if Roe v. Wade is overturned. A lot of states are prepared to severely restrict or ban abortion.
Yeah, George, this would be a seismic shift. Women in this country would be waking up to a whole new reality. If Roe versus Wade is overturned, at least 26 states, including right here in Ohio, would ban abortion or severely restrict it. And abortion providers say those who are suddenly outraged really haven't been paying attention, because already 13 states have passed these so-called trigger laws that would ban abortion as soon as the Supreme Court allows it. No exceptions for rape or for incest, only to save the life of a mother, George.
And you're seeing states on both sides of the issue prepared to move even before the final decision comes.
Yeah, you have blue states looking to protect access to abortion. You have red states looking to restrict it. And Democrats are really scrambling to try and find a way to offset some of the wave of abortion laws that we are seeing taking place and sweeping the country. So the governor there in Connecticut hoping to sign a bill to safeguard abortions that would also help protect providers from out-of-state lawsuits. But in Oklahoma, the Republican governor doing the exact opposite, signing a bill overnight that bans abortion as early as 6 weeks into a woman's pregnancy. That's before many women even know that they are pregnant, and that is effective immediately, George.
And they are already seeing the impact in Oklahoma.
Already seeing the impact. Abortions in that state will all but stop. But I think it's really important to note here that this does not stop abortions entirely. What we have seen is women will go through whatever hurdle, whatever length necessary in order to have a choice, including traveling hundreds of miles out of state. There right now, we are seeing abortion deserts sort of sweep across the middle part of this country. And what abortion providers fear most is for the women who do not have the option, who do not have the means to travel hundreds of miles, George.
Rachel Scott, thanks very much. Let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. Dan, President Biden suggested that same-sex marriage, other rights could be in jeopardy in the wake of this opinion as well. Justice Alito, in this draft opinion, took pains to kind of take that off the table, try to take it off the table.
Right. He specifically says this does not apply to intimate sexual relations, contraception, and marriage. But just because he's saying it's not supposed to apply to it, it doesn't mean that someone can't come back to the court and say, let's use the exact same reasoning that you used in the abortion decision and apply it in a different context. Because in essence, what the court would be saying in this case is all of that 14th Amendment analysis, all those times we said there was this particular privacy interest, maybe that doesn't apply anymore. It doesn't exist in the Constitution per se. Alito's saying it doesn't apply there, but it's hard to figure out how the reasoning wouldn't also apply in some of these other cases.
And some people are wondering about IVF.
Well, the issue with IVF is particularly the freezing of the embryos, right? Because if a state declares that life begins at conception, then it becomes very difficult to figure out how it would be legal to freeze and potentially destroy embryos. So it is possible it could have an impact on IVF. It depends on exactly what the state lays out in terms of the definitions as to when life begins.
And let's talk about the leak investigation. Could someone be criminally charged?
Could be, but I think Terry's right. It's hard to figure out exactly what the crime is. Now, this is not a classified document, right? Typically, we see people prosecuted who leak classified information. That's not what this is. This wasn't declared classified. There was no top secret mentioned on the top, etc. So here you're talking about what would be the crime. Is it possible that someone removed a government document from the building? That's possible. Obstruction of justice, possible, but I think all unlikely.
But in the unlikely but explosive possibility that justice actually has something to do with this, they could be impeached.
That's true. And it is tantalizing, the possibility that it was a justice, him or herself.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.